Hi guys, it's Emily from Novelle Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my If I Could Pick One favourite authors tag. Now I was tagged in this absolutely ages ago by Chloe from Chloe Reads Books and it's taken me that long to do this. But you guys know what I'm like. I am gradually catching up on my tag videos, or although I think I've got all my videos are booked up till November, so if you're going to tag me, don't expect to see it till December at this rate. I have got overly planned. Now, I found this really hard to pick some of my favourite authors, because some of my favourite authors, I don't keep all the books, so I didn't want to include them. So there are authors like I love Philippa Gregory, Alison Weir, things like that, like my Tudor ones. But if I was to do this next year, which guys remind me I may have to, I think this list is going to be different. I think that there are going to be different favourite authors because I'm changing. I'm doing things differently. But I've got 6. I was going to do 5 like Chloe did, but I decided to kind of mix it up a little bit and do, just to make the variety of genres a little bit better, I thought I'd do 6. So I'm going to start off with probably a newish to me, and then I'm going to go down to my favourite author. Although, if you know me, you will all know my favourite author. And if you know me, you will all guess what favourite book I would have picked. Not going to be too difficult. But let's see how many of these authors you guys could have guessed, I wonder. Let me know in the comments below if you guessed any of these favourite authors. So the first one is a newish to me favourite author. I've not read all of her works, but I love Elizabeth Gaskill. I absolutely love her. I only started reading her last year. I've read North and South, Mary Barton, Lois the Witch. I'm currently reading Cranford. I think I've only got Wives and Daughters to definitely read, and she's written a non-fiction book about Charlotte Bronte, which I'm reading, a little hint, this month. So you would have actually already seen that already. I know. No, it's been November. Ah, see, little sneaky peek to TBR, November's TBR. I'm reading another one of her books. But this book jumped out that if I had to keep any of her work, it would 101% be North and South. It is one of the rare classics I've rated 5 stars. It's one that I think I would pick to save because I could reread it over and over again and never get bored of it. There's so many different twists, so many different murder issues, people are dying in it. Angie from Angie with an E, you'll laugh your head off because she had a great theory on this. I've buddy read this with Angie from Angie with an E and Danny from Spinelli Speaks, and I love this book. It's one of Kate Howe's favourite books and I absolutely friggin' love it. So yes, I would definitely keep those. Now the next one is going to be a Ruth Ware. Ruth Ware. It's her thrillers and it's her newest book, Turn of the Key. I've already read The Woman in Cabin 10. I'm currently reading another book and The Lion Game, which I'm loving, which is very close to second to this. But this book is 101% amazing. I can't wait to read more of Ruth Ware's books because they are literally, she is one of the best thrillers. She's got scariness, she's got thrilling, you've got the twist that you don't expect, you've got bits where you're screaming at the book. And yet it's not too scary that I was petrified, but it was scary. This was scary enough that I loved it. And I didn't guess the killer I didn't guess it. Like, it was actually one of the rare thrillers where I didn't guess any of the twists. I didn't expect so many different things that happened in this book. I love the references to The Taming of the Shrew, which I've already read this again with Naomi's Bookshelves, and I love this book. I got sent it as a gift because Lara on Twitter had nominated me for a gift that Ruth was giving these books away, and Ruth actually sent me this book. She sent her quite a few of us this book, and so it was a gift. It's actually a thriller that I've actually kept, and you guys know me, I don't keep thrillers, but this is so good, so obviously I had to choose it because I'm keeping it. I actually want to reread it even though I know what's going to happen. I never do that, I never keep thrillers. Now the next few are more chicky-litty kind of romancy kind of things, but hey, we all like a bit of that occasionally. And again, I don't keep many chick lit books anymore. I don't keep many of any books. But Veronica Henry has to be one of my favourite chick lit authors. I love this book. It's actually a chick lit book that I'm keeping. I will never get rid of this because it is probably my best one out of hers. I told Gemma from Read a Book Gem to read some of her books and I've given her recommendations. for a lot of this author's work, and I've read so many of her books. She's got a million of them. She's got like such a long list that I will gradually buying and reading. But this, it's How to Find Love Bookshop. The book's references in it are absolutely fantastic. I bought this ages ago because I love the cover. So it was a cover by a book, and yeah, it's got romance in it, but it's also got about learning yourself, a bit of mystery, a bit of excitement in it, a bit of thing. And yeah, it's got the references to books, so I absolutely love this one. No question, I would keep that, and like I said, I've kept it. So this is what's telling you. This is pretty good for me, because if you keep one, I don't keep many of them authors' books. Now the next three authors are pretty close in rankings of my they are my three favourite authors, and I'm gonna be honest, 100% my three favourite authors for now, and I don't know if they'll ever change. Louise Moriarty, you guys knew that I would pick one of her works. I've got virtually all of her books. I've got one that I don't have. It's on my Amazon wishlist. I will get to it at some point, but there is only one of her books I've not got, and I'm desperate to have it. Like I said, I've read all of them. This has to be my favourite. It was very hard because I've just recently read The Hypnotist Love Story, and I loved that a lot. But there's something about this. It's about losing your memory. It's about, would your life be different if you change things? And to me, I think with everything that's happened to me and everything that's happened in this year, if I would have lost my memory at the time of the accident, and I would have, or if I lost my memory now and thought back to before my accident, would I have changed the directions that I went down? Would I have done things differently? I don't know, because obviously at the end I've got my children, so. But this really got me thinking, and it also, I love the way she goes back to her youth, and she thinks that she's taking everything for granted. And that's something we've all learnt this year, how many things we took for granted before COVID. And it's about looking at your life from a different mirror, from a different image, from a different camera angle almost. And I found that quite interesting. I found that quite something. My sister Charlie loved it, and I love this one. I could easily reread it, but it is a soppy one. It makes me cry. I love the relationship. How could you forget your kids? And she's got a different relationship with her kids. It's brilliant. I just absolutely love this book, and I can't wait to reread it. But I think I would probably keep most of her book. I don't think there's any. I'm rereading My Husband's Secrets with the lovely Amy from PS I Love Books and Things in December, because that was the book that I read on audiobook, listened to on audiobook, and I didn't get on with it, so I DNF'd it. So I'm going to try back and go back to that. But yeah, I'm getting there. I love all her other books, so I can't wait. Now the next one, I found this really hard because you guys know one of my favourite authors is Page 2. And before this year, it would have been 100% she was my favourite author. But she's just been picked to the post by another one. But I still love her. I would say her equally, almost. But she's also a nice lady. Page 2 is also a really nice author. She comments on your comments. If you comment on her book, she comments back. She replies back. She's an amazing lady. Like, I love her books. I have actually read all of her books now, and that is saying something. That I will always buy her books. I will pre-order them. I will buy them. They're no question. And I know I shouldn't say the most favourite one, but this is her newest one. But I would, because it's got references to an optician's where I currently work and I'm missing. But so I love that. I love the fact, and also the fact that she got the knowledge about that. I love the fact there's like a mystery kind of element in this as well, a little bit. The relationships are really good. It's about like how battered and bruised you are, and if you're saying you're not going to have relationships, and short fling on, and about friendship, like male and female friendships. Although I do think it's a bit typical that they can't be friends; they have to kind of be lovers. But you kind of accept that. You're expecting it to be lovey, but it's brilliant. I love this. It's 101% amazing book. I flew through it. I will reread it. I absolutely love this book. And yes, it's her newest book, but I would definitely tell that if you want a new book, then brilliant. Although I do also love her Johnny books. So Johnny B. Good, she's got some other really good books that I love. I love the fact that she's an Australian. She's got a lot of books set in Australia, Cambridge. They're brilliant. Her settings are described beautifully. She's got a really great way of doing that. Oh, and another thing I love about Page 2 is the fact that she links characters from different books. And there is a link, and you always search for those missing characters, and I love that. But yeah, I can't wait for it to read her next book. I'm so excited. And last but no means least, and also that you knew I was all going to pick, Chloe, I bet you're laughing your head off when you see this. Bridget Kemner has to be my favourite author ever. I've still got one more of her like YA contemporary books I need to read. I will find it. I had said that in the library. I need to look for it in the I can't find it anywhere. I can't find YA books are really hard to find in charity shops. And this one, I can't blooming find the one I need. We'll need to look for it and I'll let you all know. But this book is a life-changing book for me. I actually read this because of Chloe. My sister Charlie bought it for me because Chloe had mentioned it on her channel. And this was ages ago. It's like over a year ago. And I was like, I loved it because it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And you guys know Beauty and the Beast is my favourite fairy tale. Because Belle, my niece's name, she loves books, she's intelligent. Beast, sometimes I don't think very highly of the way I look, so we're not going to go down that route. But, you know, and the fact that it's got fantasy mixed with the Beauty and the Beast retelling, the fact that the character in this has cerebral palsy, I think, and there's so many things. No, she doesn't have cerebral palsy. She has a different condition. I will remember it, and that is so very important. She's had a really hard time. No, it's cerebral palsy. She does have cerebral. Sorry, my brain's gone gaga. But this is amazing. So a girl with a disability, and she fights against her disability, which I love the disability rep in that. That is brilliant. This is the start of a trilogy. Then her newest one's coming out in January. Oh, buying it. Chris is buying it for Christmas, no question. But this is my favourite of her books. I love the second in the series. I can't wait for the third. I screamed at the end of it. It was the first book where I literally screamed at the end and was like, how are you expecting me to wait all this time for the next book? And then the second book did happen to the same thing, and I have to wait a whole year for the next blooming book. She's killing me. She really is killing me. But I love this book. It's fantasy mixed with, like I said, with everything I love, and it's got a little bit of romance in it, and it's brilliant. And if you like fantasy, if you like YA fantasy, if you like Beauty and the Beast retellings and fairy tale retellings, pick this up. It's the best book ever. And I think I might be rereading this in December, actually. Clint, I think we're reading and rereading that, aren't we? Clint, remind me, please. I'll have to tag him in this. So anyway, that's it. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what are your favourite authors? I will be tagging some people. I'm going to tag Gemma from Read a Book Gem, because I'd like to know who your favourite authors are, even though I know we're friends and I love you, girl. But I want to know that. Melissa from Fully Booked. I think you would be quite exciting to know your answers to that. Angie from Literary Labours. And I was going to keep it at 3, but sod it, I am going to tag this person because I think he's the best. Charlie from Charles Heathcote. Got to find out this. You're going to make me smile if you do this. Anyway, guys, hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon.